Good morning. Today I'm going to be showing my process for how I make my own hollow covers. These are very different than your typical hollow cover. There's vinyl on the outside and another pattern underneath this piece of fabric, and then I put glitter on the inside. The design is also made out of vinyl, and I used it with my Cricut machine. So I'm just going to walk you through each little step. So the first thing I did was I created this design using Illustrator. And then I went over into Cricut and I uploaded the file as an SVG. You can also save it as a PNG or JPEG. There's a bunch of different file extensions that you can use within Cricut. And then I just click make it, and I'm going to mirror this image because I'm putting the vinyl on the inside, the holographic vinyl part on the inside of the clear vinyl. So it actually needs to be mirrored. So I'm going to cut out my holographic piece and then print it out. Another thing I forgot to mention is I'm going to take the width of this design, which is 5 inches by about 6.5 inches, and I'm going to use my holographic vinyl paper, or it's just vinyl. I'm going to use the holographic vinyl and cut it to approximately that size. So I'll show you what that looks like now. So now that I have my holographic vinyl, I'm going to take my Cricut, or it's supposed to be a Cricut cutter map, but I actually have a different company that was a bit cheaper, and I'm going to stick it, oops, it's supposed to be portrait, 5 by 6.5. And now I'm going to put it in my Cricut. Alright, so I'm just gonna go over here to make it, and then mirror image, press continue. Now it's connecting to my Cricut machine up here. The material list is going to come up over here, and make sure you select the right material. So for me, it's premium holographic vinyl, and I'm going to do more pressure just because I think my blade is getting dull. And now I'm going to load it into the Cricut. Okay, so I've placed it into the little guides right here, and now I'm going to press this. Okay, hold on, can't do it with one hand. Okay, there. Now the Cricut light's gonna flash, and this is going to start cutting it. Okay, now that it's done, press the flashing button again to release it. And here it is. Let's see. You can see, sorry, the fan's on. You can see the lines that were cut a little bit. And now we're going to remove this from the mat and then peel off the background and just leave the design. Okay, now that I removed the excess holographic vinyl, I'm going to take transfer tape and cut it out in a similar square or rectangle, and I'm going to transfer the design onto the tape and then put it onto the vinyl. Okay, so I've cut out my transfer tape and now I'm going to show you how I put it on. Just try and center it as best you can. Doesn't matter if it's centered so much as long as you get the design on the tape itself. And then I'm gonna use my fingers to rub the vinyl, the holographic vinyl, onto the tape. Okay, now that I have my design ready, I'm going to transfer it onto the piece of vinyl that I cut out earlier, the clear vinyl. Okay, here is the vinyl that I'm going to put on top of the fabric. This is the smallest or thinnest vinyl they had at the store, so it's actually an 8 gauge, and I took a Posca marker and I actually just drew out where I'm going to cut. You can see the white line, so I'm going to cut this out with my rotary blade and then stick the holographic vinyl on top of it with the design. Alright, I know this isn't the most glamorous angle, but I just wanted to show you how I'm laying it out. I'm looking for the center. I'm kind of eyeballing it with the mat here to about 8 inches because it's 16 inches wide. And I'm just going to place it down lightly, and I'm only going to press areas where the design is because this transfer tape is really sticky and it's hard to pull it up on the clear vinyl, the hollow cover, without it being on the outside. So I was saying before, like with this design, that I actually stuck it to the back here, and what I want to do is sew it so that the design is on the inside of where the glitter is. With this one right here, the holographic design would not be facing the inside, it's on the outside. And the reason why I didn't want to do this is because you could damage it and it could get peeled off since it's just stuck on the front of the clear vinyl. So unfortunately I won't be able to do the holographic part. It's just going to be this bright pink part, because that's what's on the inside of the sticker. So I don't know if that's making any sense. It's really hard for me to explain and hard for me to understand too, but my whole point in mirroring the image was so that it would be stuck to the inside. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out the other pieces of fabric and then start sewing. Okay, so I just finished sewing most of it. I left a little bit of an opening up here in the corner, and now I'm going to rip off the tissue paper. It comes off really easily, and then I'm going to fill in the glitter. My favorite part. Okay, I think I'm gonna use these 4 different types of glitter and just start pouring it in from this corner up here, and then sew it, and then we'll be done. Yay! Okay, that completes the challah cover. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm going to put some trimming along the edges once I find some, and then it will be complete, but this is the gist of the idea. And I just love how there's like so many different layers going on. This is the back side, and I hope that this video was informative. I wish I could show you how these little sparkles move throughout the piece, but it's kind of hard to capture it on video. So if you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching. Okay, bye.